September 5th, 2025 is being highlighted across global financial circles as a potential turning point. Reports suggest this date has been earmarked for the long-awaited Iraqi Dinar IQD and Vietnamese Dong VND revaluation. 4 years, investors have anticipated this very moment, and now the buzz is stronger than ever. If confirmed, September 5th could be remembered as the day wealth dynamics shifted for millions worldwide. This isn't just another rumor, it's a date tied to banking updates. Forex alerts and insider intel pointing to preparations across multiple regions. Banks in the US, Europe, and Asia are reportedly aligning systems, while investors are closely watching Forex charts for sudden movements. The significance lies in the global coordination that seems to be happening behind the scenes, signaling that something extraordinary may be underway. While official rates remain unannounced, whispers in the community suggest numbers that could transform small holdings into life-changing wealth. For small investors, many of whom have been holding onto IQD or VND for years, this date represents hope fulfilled. The idea of turning a modest purchase into generational wealth is driving optimism at every level. Some are already mapping out how they will use their gains weather to pay off debts, start businesses, or secure futures for their families. At the same time, seasoned traders and institutional watchers are looking at the bigger picture. They see this revaluation not only as a financial windfall for individuals, but also as a shift in global economic balance. Emerging market currencies stepping into stronger positions could rebalance trade flows, empower developing nations, and diversify the strength of global reserves. The emotional energy is equally important. 4 years, skepticism and delays tested the patience of the IQD and VND community. But now, with September 5th being circulated as a marked date, there's a renewed sense of unity, anticipation, and belief. The atmosphere feels less like speculation and more like standing on the edge of history in the making. While excitement is building in investor communities, the true machinery behind the September 5th revaluation lies within the banking systems and logistical networks. Global financial institutions, particularly in the United States, Europe, and the Middle East, are said to be aligning their operations to handle the sudden surge of exchanges. Reports suggest that tiered exchange systems are already being finalized, with Tier 4 private investors expected to play a critical role in the early stages. Banks such as Chase, Wells Fargo, and even select regional institutions are believed to be preparing specialized exchange centers and redemption staff to accommodate the process smoothly. Behind the scenes, digital infrastructure upgrades are also crucial. The ability to process massive transactions, convert large denominations into smaller ones, and manage compliance checks like KYC, Know Your Customer, and AML, anti-money laundering, is what will determine the efficiency and credibility of the rollout. Moreover, there are whispers of contract rates being made available to certain groups, sparking speculation about whether preferential deals will shape the first wave of exchanges. If true, this could influence how quickly wealth is distributed and how markets respond in the early days. In essence, while investors focus on September 5th as the big moment, it's the quiet, methodical preparations of the banking world that will ultimately decide whether this revaluation unfolds seamlessly or with turbulence. Banks are not only preparing for transactions, they're preparing for history in motion. September 5th has now become more than just a date, a symbol of hope, change, and anticipation for millions of IQD and VND holders around the world. The possibility of a historic revaluation isn't only about wealth. It represents the reshaping of global financial dynamics. Iraq, with its oil-backed economy, and Vietnam, with its manufacturing-driven rise, are stepping into a new chapter that could place them among the most influential players in global trade and finance. For investors, this is a chance to witness how patience, belief, and preparation may translate into once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. At the same time, caution remains vital. With speculations still surrounding rates, timelines, and logistics, investors must stay grounded, informed, and ready to adapt as official announcements unfold. Whether September 5th delivers the long-awaited breakthrough or serves as another step toward it, one thing is certain. The revaluation story has reached a historic turning point. The world is watching, investors are preparing, and history may be written in a single overnight shift.